All right, their opener was called Engines of Resistance. Hopefully you could hear those two melodies battling back and forth. Our next song, we're going to slow it way down for you. This is called Midnight Sky. I think if you would have closed your eyes, you probably could have pictured yourself lying under the stars. I hope that painted that picture for you, and you took that little journey with us. Our next piece is called Freedom's March. It's a patriotic number by James Swearingen, who is another very prolific American composer. We play a lot of his music. Our next piece is going to take you on a different journey altogether. There's going to be some aliens landing in your backyard. So if I could have my aliens come on out and join us. We've had some high school students be gracious enough to stand in. I believe we have a few extra tubes if I have a couple audience members who'd like to participate as well, maybe some kids. Come on down. All right. Before we go to our last piece of music, I would just like to say a couple thank yous. Thank you to Mr. Hewitt. I couldn't do this job without him, literally, because I steal his room 2 days a cycle. He's up here playing tuba for me because we don't have a tuba player yet, but boy, am I hoping to get one, so thank you, Mr. Hewitt. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to Mrs. Kusnicki, who's somewhere here, hiding probably, maybe in the back. She was helping me wrangle 53 4th and 5th graders in the back room, which is not easy to do, and keep quiet and have no instruments be broken. So thank you, Mrs. Kusnicki, and thank you for doing all the wonderful things you're doing in music class that helps to support our program. So huge thank you out there. Another thanks to Mr. Bergmiller. I know he's not here tonight, but he's an integral part of our community as well. And lastly, I'd like to thank all our administrators because they've been so supportive this year, and we are really truly grateful to have our school board. Our superintendent, Dr. Bickar, has been immensely supportive, and all of our principals and our secretaries, everybody has been just a huge help this year. So let's give all those people a big round of applause. The last piece for our middle school portion is called The Tempest. always forget these things. We had a few students participate in Susquehanna Valley Band this year, and I don't want to forget anyone, but I'd like to recognize those students. So everybody else sit down. Ruthie on clarinet went to Susquehanna Valley Band. Caden Trumper on trumpet. We had Ariana Garcia on trombone. Kenzie Dries on horn. Charlotte Gessner on flute. And Lucas Rupp on percussion. Let's give them a huge round of applause. They have their sessions. That concert took place at Midwest High School, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So bravo to them. And we have a few other students on stage I'd like to recognize. We had a 4th grader up here joining us this year. Miss Cora Klein, if you could stand up, she was playing trombone in both the elementary and the middle school portion. And then we had some students from Mr. Hewitt's 8th grade class. He does a music appreciation class where they learn some instruments, and they joined us as well. No? Jada, are you not? What? You're not in 8th grade, are you? No, but she's joining high school band, right? And she's picking up the saxophone, and she sat in with us. And then we had Eli, thank you, Eli Wrights back here, who is going to Mansfield University to study music, and he decided to pick up clarinet after a hiatus of not playing trumpet, and I'm so glad that he has done that. So thank you, Eli. Am I missing anybody? Brianna, sorry, I didn't see you there. You're just sitting there so politely. So we have Brianna up here joining us on clarinet too. So let's give those kids a round of applause. Thank you very much. And as soon as they're off the high school, we'll start. Thank you.